Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depends on what time you're watching this. But today's video, I would like to talk about multitasking. This word is so important, especially for moms. This is the only way we get everything done. And I just wanted to talk about it as well as give you guys some ideas that I have learned over the past 5 years of how to make everything run smoothly and get twice as much things done at a time. If that makes sense. Today is July 3rd, and I don't know exactly when I'll be posting this, but if you can, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. It greatly helps, and if you want to share, if you like this and you want to share the video, that would be greatly appreciated as well. I have 2 giant dogs at my house right now. My kids are in the background, so it just is what it is. I'm just going to go ahead and jump into this. So we only have 24 hours in a day, and some of those hours we are sleeping. So our productivity time is not very much when you think about how much you need to get done in a day versus how much you actually get done. And so before, I've pretty much done everything in my life in a trial and error format. And what I mean by that is I would try one way, and if it doesn't work, then I would try something else. And I would keep trying until I figure out what worked best for me as well as my family. And that's what I suggest to everyone. A lot of people will do things and they will either be frustrated with it or it's not working, or they are overwhelmed. And to this I say, if it's not working for you, try something different, try something else, try it in a different way, and to figure out what works for you. Tasks around the home, errands that need to be run, bills that need to be paid. These are all things that every adult has to do, whether you like it or not, it needs to get done, and you need to find what works best for you. So with that being said, I'm just going to give examples of my day-to-day life that I use multitasking. So in the morning, I always have a laundry in the washing machine with a set timer, like this is something I learned recently, that washing machines have timers. I don't know. I say this and I'm like, well, no, duh. I saw the button. I just never used it before. So I really took advantage of that this year, and I set an alarm on my washing machine to go off at 5 a.m. That's early enough to where the sound of it being dead quiet in my house to then turning the washing machine on won't wake everyone up. My kids have white noise, but my daughter has ears like a hawk. So I needed it set early enough to get, to not wake anyone up, but late enough to where it's not wet and sitting in there for hours upon hours until I can get to it. So long story short, I have a load washing while I'm still sleeping. And my alarm is set for 6:15 every morning to wake up, get myself ready, take my Thrive, read for 20 minutes, and then I kind of get my day going. But anyways, I will already have a washed load ready to go in the dryer by the time I get myself together. And that is such a big tip, because you start your day in production. You have to treat your life like you are the CEO of your entire company, which is your life. And would you fire yourself, or would you give yourself a promotion? Like, how are you running your life? That's how I look at it. Like, am I doing a good enough job where I would give myself a promotion, or is it time that I need to be fired and replaced? So these are the kind of questions you need to think about on how you are, how you're doing, your daily tasks. So with that being said, I really run my household like a business. I do what's most efficient, and there's things that I need to do on a daily basis, and then there's also things that I need to add in here and there to, make up for time or whatever. So I start the morning off doing a load of laundry while I'm sleeping. That's multitasking. In my world, that's getting 2 jobs done at the same time. I look at sleeping, I love sleep, don't get me wrong, but I also look at it as a job. If I do my job well, I will be well rested for the next day. If I do my job poorly and I stay up late to watch one more episode on Netflix, or if I hit snooze 5 times in the morning, that has proven in scientific studies that you wake up in a worse mood as well as a non-productive mood. So not hitting the snooze button, so waking up immediately, going to bed on time, that's my job, because if I don't do that properly, then it will screw up the entire next day. Sleep is so important, especially to us moms. In the beginning stages of life, it is what it is. You're not gonna sleep, just accept it for what it is. But once your kids start sleeping through the night, you no longer have an excuse. And that's a hard reality, because as moms, we feel like we have 5 million things to do, but you need to make sleep on the top priority of your to-do list. As a mom, you constantly hear us all talking about how tired we are. Well, first, get some Thrive in your life and it will change you forever. And second, start going to bed early. You have no excuse if your child is sleeping through the night in order to get a full night's sleep. Now, if your child gets sick or has a nightmare or whatever, that's obviously the exception to the rule. But if it's just a general night, get some sleep. So anyways, while okay, sorry about that. I had to feed my daughter breakfast. So next, for example, I woke up early, I had a little bit of me time, and I read, and then I got ready, because trying to get ready with your children in the morning, screaming, running around, Mom, I'm hungry, like all the things, is very difficult. So get ready for the day before your children wake up. Then you have no excuse of why you can't get ready. So next, my daughter wakes up early, so she normally wakes up first. And so while she is eating her breakfast, that is my chance to get other things done. For example, I'm filming a video right now while Summer's awake, but Levi is still sleeping. This is the time when I put dishes away, or I go water my plants and take care of my garden. I let the chickens out. I do all of these things that are, again, difficult to do with multiple children in the background screaming. I can do it with one child, but I can do it with 2, but I'm saying it's much easier with 1. Next, so you always want things working for you, not against you, and all working at the same time. So for example, you can be having the dishwasher ran, the washing machine going, the dryer going, and also be cleaning the house. 4 things, 4 to-do lists happening at the exact same time. There are sometimes videos I would like to watch, or podcasts I would like to listen to. Well, I take those and I do them while I'm doing the dishes, while I'm getting ready in the morning. You need to always be looking for 2 things to do at once. If you do all of those separate things individually, you're wasting so much time. No wonder you can't get everything done in a day. So constantly be looking for things to do while you're doing things. Another example is while my kids are napping. This is a very important time. I do believe that the house shouldn't be 100% quiet while nap time. Unfortunately, again, my daughter has ears like a hawk, and sometimes I do have to, and I will say that this was probably my own fault from when she was a baby. I learned by my second child to not keep a quiet house, but it is what it is. So I need to do things while my kids are sleeping that doesn't make a lot of noise, but I'm getting a lot done. So throughout the day, I'm constantly selling things on Facebook Marketplace or whatever, because I'm constantly getting rid of things. And so this is the time, like when I just need to eat, when I need to sit and relax, I spend that time posting everything, uploading everything, all the things I need to sell, all my meetup times. This is the time I do that. While I'm doing that, I'm also creating my schedule for the week. I'm also going over my to-do list. So all of these things are happening at the same time while I'm able to sit and put my feet up for 5 seconds. So while you're sitting there, be doing, you can eat while you're posting things, while you're sitting there. Like you can do all of these things at the same time. Next, when you're driving somewhere, this is my biggest, like if you're going to take anything from this video, and I'll probably cut myself off after this. If you're going to take anything from this video, take this. When you go out in town, when you drive to work, when you go somewhere, you are passing so many stores, the whole works, right? When you create your to-do list for the night before, if you have not watched my morning routine video, go watch it because you'll see what I'm talking about. When you create your to-do list in the morning, create that list in order of the time. So don't put that you need to, clean out the chicken coop in the morning if you don't plan on doing that till the evening. That needs to be at the bottom. Your morning tasks at the top, afternoon, evening, and preferably in order. Where I'm going with that is I have so many errands I have to run every day because, again, I like to get things done. I don't, anyways. So with that being said, I will create my to-do list in order of where I'm driving. So, for example, when I'm driving, I passed the post office first. If I need to send any mail, thank you letters, invitations, whatever, I stop there first. Then next on my drive comes my bank. I pretty much need to go to the bank almost every single day because I'm budgeting, saving, adding money from things that I sell all the time. Almost every single day I go to the bank. I pretty much know everyone that works there. So the next stop is my bank, and I stop there. Then I usually pass everything and go straight to the gym because I'd like to get there on time. The kiddie gym also closes at 12, so I need to get my full 2 hours in. But once I'm done at the gym, then again, I create my to-do list for everything going back because my gym is way in Mount Dora. It's pretty much the corner of everything I need. Like, here's my home, here's the gym. Everything I need to get done is usually in this vicinity for the most part. So on my way home from the gym, that's where I make all my stops. So for example, the grocery store usually is first. I go to the grocery store, and while I was at the gym, while I was working out, I made my Target pickup list and I placed the order. So that way they're getting that together. I'm on a treadmill, I can't move, so I am going to multitask and do something while I'm working out. So I created that Target pickup, right? My first stop is Aldi. That's where I grocery stop. I am the biggest Aldi lover. And I stop at Aldi. I get all of my groceries. Then Target is right across the street. I swing by Target, pick up my order after I go to the grocery store. So I pick that up, and then I keep heading home. If I need to stop at the bank and I didn't make it at first, that's when I stop then. I always drop things off. I know I need to go somewhere else other than Goodwill. I understand that, but I also understand that I give away so much stuff that it's so convenient right there that it just is what it is, right? So if I ever see any other good like donation drops, like those clothing drops pretty much everywhere, those little metal bins, I go there first. But for the most part, I go to Goodwill. I stop at Goodwill on my way home, and then I keep going and make all my other stops on the way. There is no excuse why you cannot get everything done at once. If you pass it and you're not getting it done, I do not understand. It really actually, on just a side note, it makes my husband so mad that when we go anywhere, it's never just going to that place and coming home. Because one, it's a waste of gas to make multiple trips. Two, it's poor planning if you have to spend your whole entire day going from home to this store, back to here, home, back to here. Like, it's ridiculous. So make all your stops in a row and in order, and that all starts on your night before when you create your to-do list for the next day. When you write that to-do list, make sure to leave, skip a line. That way, if you come up with something in the morning, you can add it wherever it needs to go. That's another tip. So anyways, I know that was kind of a lot, but these are the things that you can do to make small changes in your life that really, I promise you, they make a difference. Attempt to have the most productive day that you can and figure out a way to get multiple things done at once. And I am going to be a broken record here and say that that all starts with your night before planning your to-do list. So with that being said, if you guys have any questions, put them in the comments below. I would love to hear your feedback on, how crazy I am. I know it is, but it's okay. If you have not yet, please like this video, subscribe to my channel. I, at a minimum, upload Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, but I will throw some videos Tuesdays and Thursdays when I get a chance, because like this, I'm multitasking. I'm doing other things while I'm recording this video, and so sometimes I can get them up almost every day, but if not, it's a definite Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule. So I hope you guys have an absolutely amazing day. It's a beautiful day to be alive, and bye. I'll see you next time.